Thank you. Welcome. A short look towards the next game. But first of all, like always, want to look a little bit back. Coming from a cup game, we talked before the game about rotating and what does that mean. You can use the word rotating in that game. We changed 10 players, so in that welcome. You can say we changed a lot. We gave a lot of players a chance, an option to show that they also is a part of this team. And coming from a game which for me was a difficult game, especially mentally, I saw a strong team on the pitch. I saw players act as a team, and that was the most important for me, that they didn't play their own game, they played the game of the team. That was for me very important. And in that case, when you have 30 players in a squad and suddenly 10 new players got a chance of playing 90 minutes, even get a win afterwards, I think for the moment I have a lot of happy, if I can use that word, players with a lot of confidence, feeling they participate in the success we have for the moment. Because if you look at the stats, we haven't lost for 9 games, 7 wins, 2 draws, 8 games in a row we have been winning at home. That means we have a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in ourselves. And for the moment, it's not only 11 players, it's more players that have the feeling they are close to the team. And this we're going to need, because we will, for the next period, play a lot of games. So suddenly there will be injuries, maybe drop of quality, so I have to change and all that kind of things. So in that case, it was very good for me to see that the players kept a pretty high level also against, I know, a team from a lower ranking. But a good win, a 4-0, a clean sheet, an away game win, which was also important. So in that case, we now look forward to get back to play at home in the normal competition against Kortrijk. I saw Kortrijk last week against Mechelen. I think they played a very good first half. They have some offensive quality which we definitely have to be aware of. But of course, it also seems for me that they were a little bit, how can you say it, not with a lot of confidence. That means not too much had to happen during the game, which they maybe can be a little bit shaky. And that could be our advantage during the game with our confidence at our stadium. But as always, we have to focus on our team, continue the way we're going to play at home in front of our amazing supporters, that we together can continue the good play we have been doing at home. Thank you.
Coach, the game against Zulte Waregem, it marked the start of a period with 7 games in 21 days. I guess you set some objectives for that period. So at the end of that period, when will you be satisfied? What must be achieved in those 21 days?
Oh, that's a big question. I definitely put some goals, some targets for this period. I also said to the players that this will be a very important period to send a signal if we can handle, if we can deal with playing in 3 competitions in the same time. And for the moment, we handle this pretty good. Of course, like I always said, we still have to have a focus on each game, meaning the next game is the most important. And try not to look too far away that there will be an important game on Thursday or even on next Sunday. No. One game at a time, and the most important game for the moment is, for me, only Kortrijk. I don't even think about the next coming game, but only think about how is it possible for a team to win against Kortrijk. And then I will sit afterwards, after those 3 weeks, to evaluate a little bit how did we do it, how close are we to to can be ready for the next period. After the next national break, we'll have the same period with 3 weeks of 7 games again. So hopefully we can learn something from this period.